What's up, my sexy people? Join me as I set up this fish tank. And here's the salt water we're gonna use. We got way more rock than what we need, and we're gonna set up a Hydra 26. It's actually an old model, even though it's a new model box. The new model is actually on the customer's tank right now. This is the little fish tank. You see that? Nice little all built in one that I found. You see that? That's what I kind of like about it. Well, join me right now as I go up and set up the fish tank. 1,000,000 years ago, superstition and poison ruled. It was the depth of darkness. It was the world of fear. It was the age of sea monsters. Stone by day, predators by night, they were betrayed by the humans they swore to protect, frozen in stone by a magic spell for 1,000,000 years. Now here in the bay, the spell is broken, and they swim again. They are guardians of the reef. They are sea monsters. So I decided to put it in this little spot right here, and kind of a little corner in my room. But I could always move this little tank, so I'll decide where's going to be the final spot. But I can move the whole system since it's a small little tank. But this is where I'm going to set it up. First, we're going to undo the box. So I put my receipt right here. So like 55 bucks. So this is how the fish tank looks like after I just barely did that. Alright, so this is the tank, how it looks so far after I put the towel. So I guess these are the little filter things on there. Alright, so this tank's already set up to go, I guess, if you look at it. Yeah, so everything's already installed, so I see the pump in the bottom, the little tube, and the little outlet, and so here's the little overflow box. They even put a mini one down there, that's really cool. Because I guess this is where it overfloods, somewhere here. And little filters. These little filters I'm probably not going to change. Also, this water, I took the label off and I put my label on there. Well, That's this right here. So when you set up a little reef tank like this, you want to make sure that no matter where you touch it, the rock structure is pretty much solid. You see that? There's a little 2-gallon tank, and you see 1 little gallon jugs. Crazy. Alright, so I finally put the light on that it came with. This rock's actually covering a lot of the light. It's kind of expected. But you see that? The surface in the bottom of the tank, or the floor of the tank, it's mostly open. There's only 1, 2, 3 main points of contact, possibly 4 right there in the back. More like this big section, like half of this rock, this little piece, and that piece are the only piece in the bottom of the tank. Alright, so you just want to make sure you add the right amount of salt. And I just barely opened that. You gotta add the right amount of salt for your saltwater tank. So here's one of the chemicals for the saltwater. So one of them down, gotta do the other one, and then follow the other chemicals. So I'm here weighing out the salt, and I'm mixing the salt water. No matter what brand of salt you use, you should always weigh it out. See that? Bam. So that's one of the chemicals, and a couple more to go. Alright, so I'm finally done mixing the salt and got it finally weighed out. I got the other elements already weighed out. You see that? They're dissolving in this one. This one has all the entire salt mixed in. This one is just missing that element right in there. But we're just going to toss it right in and start everything. So in chemistry, you always want to have a perfect transfer. You see that? Make sure I transfer everything out of the water out here. Because everything's perfectly calculated for a 2-gallon tank, 1 molar. I mean 1 sig fig. Yeah, 1 sig fig. So it's at 1 sig fig molar concentration. And we're gonna add the second batch of salt water after we throw in this one. Alright, so we finished the tank and I finished adding all the water. Now we're just gonna plug it in and put on the lid. Alright everybody, so if you look at the tank, it's all set up. So we're gonna open the box and put this new light on. Well, it's not really new. So when you get your hydrant, it's gonna look something like this, alright?
Casi la demanda más es para que la cuenta que hacen aparte es entre ellos. Y vamos a ver qué toca. Eso lo va a hacer la próxima semana. Lo que sí voy a hacer, les voy a hablar
Alright team, so this is how the tank looks like after I installed the light. All I had to do was just plug it in, as you see there. So the tank is pretty much all set. Now I gotta do is just basically wait for the tank to cycle. And here's the little test kits. I just gotta wait for the ammonia and the nitrite to basically go back to zero. Well, ammonia is at high, but nitrite's at zero, so which is pretty normal when you're first starting the cycle. And then once the ammonia starts creeping up, the nitrite starts producing, and hopefully when both of those by that time start heading down is when we know the tank cycle's complete and all you're left with is the nitrate. But yeah, join me next time when I get the corals and stuff and we put them in.